It's more about when you're selecting a partner, you need to stay loyal on your boundaries. What I mean by this is if you have a partner and she's beautiful, she's intelligent, she's so great, but she keeps breaking your boundaries, she keeps disrespecting you, she doesn't, listen to your advice, or she keeps, in contact with an ex, or there's something going on that's a deal breaker. Every time you forgive that deal breaker, it will come back magnified. Mm-hmm. So when you pick a partner, when you're watching out for the deal breakers and you're using those deal breakers as a signal that that she's not good for you, you will pick correctly. But if you ignore deal breakers and think she'll get better, I can change her, if I just throw a bit of money at her, she'll start behaving, you're guaranteeing the divorce.
What about from a female perspective? Because women often say like, "Oh, I'll fix him," or "I can fix the bad guy," or whatever. But why is there that attachment? Is that to do with childhood?
Well, yeah. Unfortunately, what happens with people who have struggled with connections with their parents in their childhood, they either had to earn the love or didn't receive the love, or it was negative or hostile. They seem to think that having to earn or create love in a person and get them to finally love you is normal. They think you have to work at it. They think you have to beg them. They think you have to kind of get them and be patient. But really, people don't respect the person who accepts their unacceptable behavior. So if I'm unacceptable, if I'm disloyal to you, I'm rude to you, and you still want to be with me, I automatically don't love you anymore. And the reason for that is because you've shown me I can be my worst and you'll accept it. When he accepts that, there's a part of us that says, why are you taking this? As much as we might cry and beg you to take us back, we don't like it. Whereas when a man sets boundaries for us, as much as it's difficult, we know it's going to bring out the best in us. So when we accept the unacceptable, we remove the connection rather than create it.
How do you communicate that with your partner?
Every time, his boundaries are really nice and easy. Every time you feel uncomfortable with a behavior, you don't wait for it to then become a deal breaker. So for example, I don't like my partner's coming home late a couple of times. I don't wait for it to be staying over, getting worse, then say something. Because what happens is I wait for it to get too far. The resentment's got too much and now it's hard to undo. I voice it in that moment. I listen to the part of my soul that's saying, I don't like this. And I say it to them calmly, rather than bottling, then exploding. So I say it calmly in the beginning, calmly. Let them know your boundaries. Now, if you've got a good partner, they'll be like, oh, sorry. But when you've got a partner that's like, I do what I want, it's a signal that they're not looking to compromise. And you don't have to scream and shout and fight with them, but it is a signal that you can't ignore.